Hello, so I'm here again with the video and I'm going to answer some questions that were posted in the comment section with the last video that I posted. And first one was, it was directed to Shayla, but you know, with the experiences, your own experiences, you can understand more. So it's not really necessary for, well, definitely Sheila would have something to say in a different way, but my perspective and how I can speak about it from my experiences is also relevant in my opinion. And sometimes, for example, or before, I preferred, for example, not watching videos that are channeled messages, but actually people talking about their own experience. So I prefer that, and I think that has also some value and different value. So first question was like, is it possible to carry interdimensional pregnancy here in 3D? So as I understand, the question is about like in a physical body. So that for that is of course answer is yes, but as I read that question again later, basically when I read it that way, I would say no, because it comes from understanding or wrong understanding, let's say, and in that kind of understanding that it cannot happen because you are separating, like how if 3D is something separate from interdimensional something, how you can carry in your 3D body something that is of your dimension. So basically what is wrong thinking there, or how to say it, is that you should somehow change that separation that you feel there, or you're thinking, because for example with my experiences, like how I was able to have many experiences like this semi-physical and that kind of stuff, or so it was not just partially something was just happening to me, or it started to happen, but a lot of things was also because I was able to use my mind in a certain way, creative way, to open up to experiences. So my experiences also changed the way how I was able to understand it and think about these things. So and yeah, I understand if you don't have a similar experiences that I have, for example, this like a sort of physical, then you are understanding or thinking about these things in a different way. And it was a journey for me to change, and still is, like these thinking patterns about about this separation. So, and another question in the comments was so she sat on your face while in 5D, and that is again like the same issue there, that you are thinking like she is somewhere else, like in a separate reality, but she can be physically here, she can interact with me physically here. Only thing is that I just don't see her. I don't see her, and I cannot also activating your higher senses, let's say, they are just extension of your normal physical senses or limited senses or blocked senses, let's say. They are not something that is separate. So for example, if you take clairvoyance is just extension of your sight. It can be inner, but later it can be, or sometimes you can see also with your eyes, physical eyes, something that is just energies, so it's the same with the other senses. So touch, pressure on the skin. So for example, that is like part of clairsentience. It's extension, like clairsentience is extension of touch, feeling, because you are feeling kind of like touch with your extended feel, so your aura. And that is the way how I was able to receive Shayla as well. And clairaudience is again like extension of your audio, thing, and the difference is just that she is in a way like in a little bit shifted reality. It's not the a way, or that's for example astral is it's in a way like our physical reality is in all those other dimensions. That's why we call it like 3D, and there is 4D, 5D, and whatever. But she has also physical body, so basically and I would say like in that way I could call it 3D body. So she has a physical body if you call it, but I'm not a fan of this like terms of like 3D and 5D because it's in a matter of densities, let's say, because we are in 4 density and she's also in a 4 density, just vibration a little bit different, less dense, let's say. That's why we say like higher vibrations, blah blah. But I don't think that we are 3D, like 3 dimensional. We are 4 dimensional already. Difference is like if we are thinking about the dimensions, 3 dimensions is a space, 4 dimensions is time, and we move also through time with our bodies, of course. We are aging as well, and so on. Maybe we call it just that we are 3D because we cannot control that other variable, time, and also we cannot teleport, which is basically the same, I would say, not just because you are just shifting your position basically. So and they can do that, so that is only difference, and that's why it's called like they are 5D, but it just is one difference. They are just having control over their vibration, and they are more fluid with how they can shift like through time and space basically. And it's still like I cannot say like the same space as well, because it is, but it is not. There are even our space. It's perceived very in a rigid way that we think it's just this box, and we are living in it. But there are so many, like. Layers and levels, even like for example in this room, and that's why like 5D is also here, 3D is here, 4D, whatever. I don't know how you want to call it. There are layers of realities already in this room, like how I perceive it normally with my, let's say, 3D senses or so. It feels just like empty space, air here, but it's not, just that. So how I'm interacting with Shayla is through my, she can be physical here, she can lay down with me, and so on. It's very questionable. It was questionable for me a lot also, that like, okay, if she can like touch me and everything, feel me physically, how does it work, like when I cannot, like do I go with my hand through her, or something like that? When I move, like how does it work, so I don't have the specific questions, answers for this, but I'm perceiving her through my energy field. So it's basically her vibration is because I opened up that clairsentience, also clairaudience and clairvoyance to certain degrees, that I can perceive her, receive her frequency there. And so it's just about really activating ourselves fully with like chakras, kundalini, and just being able to pierce through those realities that are already there, because we are multidimensional. We are just kind of like cut off or limited in some way, but it's just how we, I don't know, chose to go through those limitations. It's not like limitations that we really have to learn, that we don't have it in that way. So it's all about really perceptions and thoughts. It's not that we don't have it, we just want to go through of unlocking it basically. And so we are getting back to a question like if we can have hybrid children in the future, and for me answer is definitely yes, because there are cases I don't know personally, but I heard from someone telling me about those kind of um, experiences that people had, that they have like being pregnant and for at least 3 months, or yeah, it varies, and then they suddenly don't have children. So it can happen even that way, but mostly I would say it happens that they either take samples and they create children outside of your body, but a lot of times they keep them for some time in your body. So, well, I cannot say it 100% because I don't have my experience, basically, like physical proof of it. Although I had some strong experience before with a dream, and it's a long story, another story. Um, so yeah. Uh, yeah, so it's sad, let's say, that yeah, this is happening this way, and so if it is happening this way, that basically it's already there. You can have that child, but it's been taken. Like when I am looking at it from my personal perspective, like why I cannot have it right now, and there are answers like, okay, I am not capable of taking care of child, for example. Yeah, that is one big thing. And yeah, physically, I don't think I am ready for it as well. I would like to be much healthier, and maybe not want to, but I would need to in order to handle it full pregnancy. That's what I'm feeling, and so yeah, basically my body would need to be tuned in a much clearer way, like being very physically healthy and for a long time stable as well in a certain vibration for it, and so on. And so this is one thing, and even like imagining like I don't want to have child without being able to share that life with Shayla, to have the child together, to enjoy child together, and so on. So basically there could be option like, okay, I could be pregnant for 3 months, let's say, minimal, or if it's maximum that and after that point it cannot be taken away from me. So let's say, I don't know, like I'm just thinking about it this way, but yeah, let's say I would have it for 3 months, and I would be 100% sure that maybe I would even get it tested and so on, so I would see that I have child. And then the question is like, okay, if that would be taken away from me, I would need to prepare my mind for it as well. Like if I would go into it that way, like, and they know that I'm not ready because I would have certain process with it, and that afterwards I would be very sad, depressed, or whatever, that it was taken away, because I don't know like what this would cause me, what emotion would come up. I would be bonding with the baby and so on. Now, so maybe there is also like a reason why it's not being with me for time that I would actually recognize it. Yeah, so yeah, I had some processes that I blocked before. Yeah, there is even right now, I know that I have a pain, emotional pain, obviously, from being separated, and I didn't still process it yet properly, so I touched it right now. Yeah. It's in my astrology that emotions come up very easily and strong. So this is like a normal from if I did something that I cannot basically control it that much, because it just it just comes up So what I was saying, yeah, and okay, so in a general, I have this wish. I had this wish for a few, I don't know, years, let's say. Well, this started to come up, like in the beginning of when I started to consciously connect with the Shayla, that we have children and so on. It got confirmed through channeling and experiences later as well. So, but it took me some time to open up as well, and I always wanted child in a way. And after starting connecting with Shayla, I was like, okay, I would like to have child with her. So I was thinking about like, okay, maybe in the future, like depending on like how soon they come, that I will be still able to have children. But yeah, I believe like if I am healthy, that I can basically carry child up until, I don't know, like even 60. I think it's possible when it's helped with. And the problem is like naturally when you create child, that DNA is getting damaged and so on. So that's why it's not advised after 40. But if DNA is okay and everything with the baby, then it's not that. I don't think it's risky to have that kind of child even later, if you're healthy and so on. And so um so yeah, I was sending out that I have this wish that I want to have a physically child, at least one, with the Shayla at some point. Although she told me like that each of our children that I had at least some time in me as well. But this, it's not the same. I would like to have like a child full term. And so, for example, last year, and I have this, like intuition about like, okay, my body and blah blah. And last year, I started to train for running 10 kilometers, and I was in my training. Maybe it was 2 weeks after I started running like 3 to 4 times a week, and something shifted, and suddenly, you know I felt, before it was just kind of like a thought, but suddenly I felt it is like now 100% sure that at some point I will have a child, and this is like my preparation, like energy vibration shifted, that I knew that I was on the right path, and this, yeah, it's kind of like right now, from this point forward, it will happen. And I knew, because it was connected with running, that yeah, this is something that would help me to get into the state of my body. Not specifically running necessary, but just getting fitter, healthier, and so on, and dealing with this stuff with my body and so on, that I know that I have issues. So yeah, from my own experience, I have like this, then yeah, I think it's possible. But again, like it's about finding proper grounding. So in this reality, in this realm, a safe space, that you feel comfortable here, basically, in this dimension, is in this world. And then you need that grounding for you to, and also healing can be very ungrounding. So that's why it's important to feel comfortable and safe. When you are grounded properly, then you can raise your vibrations, you can go and so on. And the grounding is not that you need to ground in lower vibrations. It's not that it's just grounding being, yeah, for me grounding is just really feeling safe where you are physically and you can spread your energy basically. And you can feel comfortable being in your belly and your body, lower body and so on. And you are not just like hovering here, not properly grounded in your physical body because you are scared of something, or all these issues that we have. Yeah, you have to answer that for yourself. And so when you are able to create a reality where you will be very comfortable, then you can rise higher or rise steadily, be able, and even when we feel bad, it's not that it's like we are resisting our natural frequency, let's say, that we are supposed to be on. So for example, our frequency, normal comfortable frequency is here, and we are trying to avoid it, like being here or lower and so on. So basically those are like when someone would say like, okay, they are not grounded, that they should maybe lower their vibration or something like that. It's not that, but basically it could be just allowing it to rise to proper vibration as it's supposed to be having, so so grounding is, I would say, like really aligning with what you are supposed to be vibrating on, not resisting it, not trying to be lower somewhere, just relaxing and let it align, And yeah, sometimes it's difficult. I was having issues with it, but like these few days, like I'm so, able to relax because I achieved something that I was missing for especially last 2 years, but even before I didn't have this. And it's immediately making me happier, and I'm even surprised, I was trying to be happy, and to work through like being comfortable where I am or whatever, blah, blah, but I seriously was not able to, because I was never, on the right place. I didn't feel like I was at the right place where I was supposed to be. Of course, it's not like that's necessary, but still, I was getting, let's say, reflections that I needed and everything. So obviously, it's telling me that okay, I am in a certain way aligned, that is proper for me, but still, it was not. I was missing something, that would allow me so and right, align properly with myself and be comfortable, not being threatened, or in fear, in survival mode, and especially. So now I am able to relax that way, and so yeah, just trying to achieve that, in some way, wherever you are. Yeah, and I know I got off track. Well, I didn't have any track, so I don't know how to finish this video. So yeah, basically, yeah, this was supposed to be more about like, let's say, pregnancy and hybrid children, and like if we will be able to have it in the future, like physically in our physical bodies. Well, of course, like it's not, we are multidimensional, so the child that you would be holding in your body, it's also multidimensional, but it's not like they are different or something. It's the same, like Shayla is, or their race is the same, like they also have children, in their physical bodies and so on. So there is not that much of difference. It's just a vibrational shift, that they are not properly in our reality, or we are not allowing it through our senses and so on. And so we need to go through a lot of mind unlocking. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of mind unlocking and some healing, because yet whatever like experiences and emotions that we had in the past and so on, they created also certain thought patterns, so, and beliefs, and so that's why I'm talking about mind unlocking. So yeah, I guess that's all for now. And in a few days, I would like to do also channeling, because last month someone asked like something about hybrid children. I am not going to repeat that question because I cannot remember it properly and exactly. So it's going to be something about hybrid children, and it would be channeled with a Shayla. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And so this topic will still a little bit continue. And if you have another questions, like, you know, if when I was thinking about making this video this morning, I was like, yeah, I could even make like a whole video just talking about my journey with like opening up to hybrid children with Shayla, you know, or how that happened, you know, what experiences I had and so on. And it's quite a lot still. So and yeah, I get overwhelmed. Even like when I read these two questions, like I went like for at least 30 minutes, like in my mind was, you know, thinking about a lot of the stuff. And so then when I was like, okay, I need to process all these informations that I was thinking about, and maybe I should write it down. So I just let it go. I did something around, and then I came back like, okay, I'm going to get ready for video. And then I was like, where are all the thoughts and the information and that kind of stuff that I was receiving? And I was like, okay, I obviously processed it, and I don't know like what to say now. So I was like, okay, that's bad. And so anyway, so yeah, in a few days there will be channeling about hybrid children and interacting with the Earth children topic. So bye and enjoy your day.